Good afternoon, everybody. We are back today for another episode of the Moms Panel, also known as Get Real, because the goal is to bring you more stuff than just moms and kids. But today we're talking about something a little different that we haven't talked about yet. We're talking about cleaning supplies. I know we mentioned crunchy camping, but we decided we're going to do that next week right before the 4th of July.
Awesome.
So I actually didn't tell you guys this, and I thought I would start out with it, but I was in the waiting room on Thursday of the Green Bay office last week, and I was headed out the door, and a lady who I don't even know her name, wasn't one that I recognized that's on the show consistently, and she said to me, "Oh, I just love your mom's show." She goes, I just love you guys' panel. And I said, "Really? Well, thank you for that." And she goes, "I don't ever watch it live because I'm at work, so I don't really comment or anything, but I get home and I watch it every day."
Oh,
every
nice.
week, I should
I was
say.
going to say, she's watching repeats.
She's watching repeats. And I thought, sometimes we feel like we're just a bunch of chicks here jibber-jabbering and going on wild tangents, but it was nice to hear when she said, "I love the show, I like watching it each week." So if you are watching the replay, can you do us a favor and write replay or just an R in the comments so that we know who's going back after the fact and just watching the videos? Because we see how many views are on Facebook and all different things, but it doesn't tell us if you're staying on it, if you're just popping on it to see
When
our
you're
fantastic
watching.
smiling faces. This is your cutest smile.
We
Or
smile.
if you're actually joining on. And then another tip, we did it last night on the couch. Jace thought it was pretty fun seeing his mom on TV. If you have a smart
Oh,
TV,
that's fun.
you can go to YouTube and you can search The Wellness
Wait,
Way.
what was that for?
No.
Yes. Yes. You can go to YouTube and you can watch us on your TV at night just like you
Yeah.
videotaped the Ellen
You
show.
I
can.
heard somebody actually did that.
Okay.
They do.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it's really,
Guys'
I mean, when the guys that do YouTube here were telling me, like, people watch YouTube on their TV, I'm like, you're crazy. My kids do it. And then last night I watched this 35-minute documentary, and like 20 minutes into it, I realized I was watching YouTube on my TV. Because I have an Amazon Fire Stick.
Yep.
And so I just went to YouTube and I searched like this Gary Vee interview that I wanted to watch, and I'm sitting there on my couch like this, watching an interview. I'm like, oh, I can probably watch this on my TV. So
Yeah, so we popped
Nice.
it
So
on our
people do
TV,
it.
showed the kids, look,
Yeah.
mom's on TV.
that's fun.
Then he wanted tractor videos. He was done with it after 30 seconds. But I thought about how many YouTubers, there's a few that we watch in your office sometimes on this tiny little screen. I thought this could be your Monday night thing. Get your popcorn and your wine and turn on the show.
Yes.
And let us
We're
know.
that entertaining. But
Well, you don't
That's
know
why you
what
need
we
the
have
wine.
planned for
That's why you
today's
need the
show.
wine.
That's what the wine.
I was
and
gonna
popcorn
say
is
maybe
for.
just the wine minus the popcorn.
Vodka on the rocks. I mean water. But
Water on the rocks.
anyways, so let us know if you're watching it after the fact, whether it be phone or computer. Does people watch stuff on computers anymore? But anyways, so today we are going to talk about cleaning supplies. And I wanted to start out with a little story. I was outside putting my patio cushions on my couch with my 4-year-old. And the baby was crawling around the kitchen, which is right off our patio. And I thought, it's really getting quiet. And I came inside. You guys can pop up the picture for everybody to see my crazy kid. So this is after the fact, this picture. He's all cleaned up by then. And I came inside and he had taken the dishwasher detergent and had dumped it out all over himself, all over the rug, and all over the kitchen.
It's looking fun.
So my instant thought, is
those parties.
it's everywhere. It's not a little bit of dish soap, it's everywhere. And it's dishwasher detergent for the dishwasher. So my instant thought was, what are we dealing with here? Did he eat this? Did he, is it going to burn his skin? What's going on? So I pick up the bottle, and it was actually this. It was 7th generation dishwashing detergent. And the back of the bottle said, "Keep out of reach of children." Oh no, okay. He's
Right.
now reached the bottle and all its contents.
Past that point.
If swallowed, drink water.
Nice.
That's it? Oh, okay. No, call poison control center
Even
immediately.
toothpaste says poison
Even
control.
toothpaste says
Yeah.
if swallowed,
Crazy.
junk toothpaste, as I like to call it.
Yeah.
But it got me thinking, I don't have to worry about. That's why we don't have child locks on our
Because everything is safe.
closet, because we're not worried about it. And so yeah, we put him in the tub, and the 13-year-old was helping me while I cleaned up. She couldn't hold him because he's slipping around in the tub.
Yeah.
And she's
Oh, I
trying
bet.
So we thought it would be a good start to the cleaning show. But that happens to be just one thing that we use in our house. When you look at commercial cleaning supplies, they did a study, and an average of the average household has 62 toxic chemicals sitting in their cupboards.
Wow.
Now that's the average household. So mine is a little different. I've got paint thinner and tractor supplies and all that stuff. But I had to go to the average household, 62 toxic chemicals.
Wow.
So,
Well, and like you said in, did you say it just now or in the write-up that you did on the Facebook page about the green Mr. Yuck
Mr. Yuck.
sticker?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
I haven't seen those in a long time.
yeah, yeah.
But you don't have any of those. You don't
We
need them.
don't. We didn't need them.
No.
Yeah. So, tell us, Renee, a little bit about commercial cleaning supplies. When I say commercial cleaning supplies, I mean anything that's not some of the natural products that we're going to show you later. And stay tuned to the end because we're going to go over the easiest way and the most stress-free way to clean.
Mhm.
It's a secret. We're going to do it at the end.
So usually here, we love the word organic. We look for organic on everything. When we're dealing with chemicals, though, it means an entirely different thing. It just means that it's a carbon-based thing. So just first and foremost, organic is not actually great on these things. Some of the ingredients can be labeled as organic if you have like an oil in there, but this is not regulated by the people that regulate your food. In fact, the people that are regulating it aren't really regulating it either. It turns out that
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise. Yeah.
right?
Nothing's
So
regulated.
there's the government basically has no idea whether most of the chemicals in everyday cleaning products are safe or not because they don't require them to be tested. And there's an act that the EPA is set up to enforce, and frankly, basically all it says is that if the EPA can prove they think a product is bad, then they can force a company to test it. But that's kind of it. And companies aren't required to list all their ingredients. They're not required to list all these chemicals and what they do. And the EPA is way too busy, bogged down. They don't have the resources. They get, I think I saw 2,000 requests for new products every year.
Wow.
And to try to go through and do all the testing for all these thousands of different chemicals is kind of just basically unreasonable for them. So they turn most requests around in about 3 weeks, and it is what
How
it
much
is.
testing can you do in 3 weeks?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's
Basically,
not long-term stuff. It's just
They-
immediate.
they figured the best out of the 3,000 best-selling products, only about 7% have a basic toxicity testing. So
7%?
7%
7%.
out of
Well,
yeah.
so-
So
and
now,
here I
is, this,
gotta-
is this all cleaning products, like the healthy ones and the not healthy?
top-selling chemicals in the U.S.
Which right now would not be. I mean, we're making a turn as a nation.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And yeah.
But top selling is most likely what? Like the Clorox and things like
Yeah,
that?
your
most
Clorox,
likely,
your
yeah.
spick and spans,
Yeah.
your Comets,
Yeah.
I got another
Mhm.
one for you.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
manufacturers argue that in small amounts, that's my favorite, in small amounts it's fine, that these
Right.
toxic ingredients aren't likely to be a problem. But when we're exposed to them routinely, over
Small amounts of
and
arsenic.
over and over again, they
Yep.
build up. But here's the best part. When they test the products, they test them individually.
That
So
was right. Yep.
take,
Right.
for example, baking soda and vinegar, both two natural products. They have a chemical reaction. You make volcanoes, student projects. Imagine what, hexachloride and some of these do together. That's never tested.
Well, what they do know is like I've got a list a mile long of like individual dangers, and they're pulling out the reproductive dangers, the breathing dangers. It's going to reduce your lung capacity. But the one that's like a big deal is don't mix ammonia and bleach. That produces toxic gases. It says so in the bottles, don't do it. But in real life application, let's say you're cleaning like your shower stall. So you've got your bleach down on the walls, and then you turn around and look at the glass door, and you're like, okay, so I'm going to ammonia that. And suddenly you've got this crazy gas storm going on, and then you turn on hot water to rinse it all off, which makes it worse. And so they've done these studies on like the effects on the respiratory system. That was one that recently came out. And basically they figured out that these kind of fumes and this exposure to fumes, either regular cleaning of the house or like if you work as a cleaning person, it's like the equivalent of smoking 20 cigarettes a day. So I bought a pack a day.
Well, I know they
and
say some of
because it
the
reduces
sickest,
your function.
Right.
some of the sickest careers that people won't think of. Obviously, people will think coal miners. Okay, they're going to be
Right.
sick, but hairstylists,
Yeah.
as well as cleaning professional cleaners, because
For sure.
they're in these chemicals 24/7. Now, Krista, you grew up on a farm, and you guys weren't natural growing up. You had a lot of hormone issues.
Yeah.
Right? How long do we have? She's thinking. Which we talk about in the books.
Get the book.
books
I
that
mean,
just came out.
yeah,
but
we weren't organic. We weren't certified organic. or
No, you
anything
weren't
like
at
that.
all.
But
So
we did a
imagine
lot of
some of the-
things naturally as much as
Okay.
we could.
cleaning supplies.
Cleaning supplies.
I don't think they had
I
natural
did the
cleaning
scrubbing
supplies.
bubbles.
Yeah. You felt good about it. I used
The
to
scrubbing
Lysol the door
bubbles
handles.
And what else?
Isn't there
What
one
was it?
that's like
Sparkle?
purple
The-
that
the
turns
purple-
green or something?
Or, I don't know, but
Kaboom.
Kaboom!
Kaboom.
Right,
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Right,
Game
purple and
changer.
green.
growing
that
up,
one.
I
Such a
always
packaging
chose
person.
to clean the bathroom because it gave me the greatest satisfaction. It was dirty, but it was small,
Yeah.
so I could like clean it,
Sounds
make
like
it
a
all
good
the
job.
beautiful.
improvement. Yeah, it's not poopy. That's what I was thinking too.
I was thinking
it wasn't
a
a
different
big
word, but-
deal. You got to scrub it. But
Yeah.
anyway, no, it just because it was usually the worst.
Yeah.
Nasty, but you could make it all like fresh and awesome
Right.
and crystal clean. But
The
those
most.
I look now at the chemicals, like you guys are saying, like talking about like the. I mean, I think some of those. Like the window
The
cleaners, they
aerosols,
have
the
a lot of them
window
had
cleaners.
ammonia in them, and then you have whatever else.
Well, imagine
Well-
what you use in the bathroom: Windex, multi-surface,
Right.
bathroom cleaner, toilet cleaner, scrubbing bubbles, floor cleaner. I mean, Lysol, because everything needed to be disinfected, which
Yeah,
we'll touch
right.
on in a little bit. But
Yeah, and even like a Comet, which a lot of people I remember using as a kid,
yeah.
just
Comet,
because
oh,
you
yeah.
scrubbed it. 146 different chemicals in that stuff, and
In
then the
Comet?
most, yeah, and
Just
it's-
in the one?
it emits it, because it flows into the air.
Wow.
So
Just
you're
in
breathing
that.
it in,
Breathe in the
and
So
you're
you
powder.
breathe it in, and then the most dangerous ones that are on their list, so like the formaldehydes, the benzene, chloroform, toluene, they're not on the label anywhere because they don't have to be.
Proprietary.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that. I was looking. There was this a cleaner. I think it's called like Dissolve It or something like that. But they advertise it. It's organic, mom approved, all that kind of thing. But when you look for the, I'm like, I want to know the ingredients of this because it's supposed to take off, like anything sticky or gooey or whatever, any kind of stain. It's proprietary. They won't let
they
you
don't have to
see
share
what's in it. And I'm
There's
like,
big companies out
scary.
there, honest companies, 7th generation. They could use the term proprietary, and you will find the ingredients on the back of all the bottles.
right.
But
Sorry.
no, go ahead.
This is kind of a tangent, but
Yeah.
going back to the Comet, can I just ask?
Do you have a
how
comment about
clean?
it?
I have a comment. I didn't even think of that one. But really, I was the bathroom cleaner in my
Right,
house too.
yeah.
But how do you clean your toilet?
How do you clean the toilet?
Like
so I
how
take
do
a brush,
how do each of you clean your toilet?
and
like
I put.
do you,
I just use
There's like
between-
a 7th generation and well, I use a lot of honest
use
company
Ecos
stuff.
too,
So
it was
they're and
Honest,
Ecos.
yeah.
but like
But-
physically, how do you clean it?
I take the brush and I scrub
You
it.
put the stuff in, and
Have you never
And then
cleaned a
I
toilet?
scrub
No, I'm asking because
Option
wait, so
one, lift lid.
take a
Option
brush.
two.
I need you to spell it
So
out.
spray
So
it
don't
in
go to
and
Nancy's
do
to use the
Do you
bathroom.
use a toilet like you use a
Toilet
brush to
brush,
clean
yeah.
out the toilet? Okay,
Scrub
I
it.
never had a toilet brush. Like I had never heard
I
of
wish
or
somebody
seen
could
a
walk
toilet
on a
brush.
gift with a bow like Oprah and hand Nancy a
You
toilet
get a
brush.
toilet brush.
No, this
You
isn't
get a
funny.
toilet brush.
I never. My mom did not. When
I used a washcloth.
Oh yeah, we
growing
had
up.
to use
Like,
a washcloth.
That's why I'm asking. People
Oh,
think
I'm right there with
crazy.
you.
Okay,
No.
good. Because I'm like,
My
I have
mom never used a
heard
toilet
of-
brush. We didn't even own one.
We didn't
you
either.
used your hand.
I
and you
had
made sure
never
you
heard of
scrub.
them before.
Did you at least use like a
Gloves?
No.
No.
No, we would like do the Comet around the toilet bowl.
Yeah.
Well, like you always flush the toilet first. And then
Good start.
You're not
Good
crazy.
start. Good start.
I should hope you don't want to start
make sure
scrubbing
it's
around
clean
with
water
the
in the toilet first. And then
Okay,
do the
so
Comet.
first
So
thing
anyway,
you need to do is get a toilet brush.
So
Most
now
of
I
them
have
are
one.
non-toxic.
yeah, so now I have a toilet brush and it's like really
That's
easy
awesome.
to clean the
Life-changing.
toilet. It's really nice.
Well, that's
Brian and I
fun.
know what to get
Oh,
Nancy for
here's
her
a-
birthday.
here's a tip. You know where you have the toilet brush holder?
Yeah.
Put some of the toilet like cleaner, a little bit, or a little bit of
In, like,
vinegar
the bottom
actually.
of it or
Vinegar in the
something?
bottom of
Vinegar, I
it,
was gonna
and
say,
it'll help keep it like smelling.
Perfect. Okay, anyway, I just had to ask because I never had a toilet brush. So.
We didn't.
It's really
Growing
exciting
up,
now.
I was
that-
the one that cleaned the bathroom.
Yeah.
My mom was like, you take the rag and there you go.
But then now I'm thinking, like,
You
wait,
burn
you
the
just
rag.
wash the rag and use it again next time?
Yeah,
That's
your
weird.
brown underwear, throw the rags in.
Ugh.
But so we're talking about the different dangers of the chemicals, but why does that matter to us? And why does it
Right.
matter that it contains formaldehyde and chlorine and all these different things? And wrapping into Christy's story, I just want to, just a little snippet. You can go on the internet, as we always like to see, do all your own research. But big term nowadays is hormone disruptors and endocrine disruptors. But
And carcinogens.
just this, and this is from the EWG website, direct from there, but there's no end to the tricks that endocrine disruptors can play on our bodies. Okay, so increasing production of certain hormones, decreasing production of others. So when you have high testosterone, low testosterone, high estrogen, which we know, can cause breast cancer, different things like that. But it imitates hormones, so you're having fake hormones, turning one hormone into another, interfering with hormone signaling, telling cells to die prematurely, cancer causing, competing with essential nutrients. So you're putting all this organic food in, or good healthy food, or maybe you're not, and now you're competing with the chemicals that are robbing the nutrients from your body. Binding to essential hormones, accumulating in organs that produce hormones, and these types of chemicals accumulate in your body over time. So there's that related exposure. So we see a lot of people that come in and we end up doing detoxes. We end up doing toxicity testing, heavy metal testing, hormone testing, but it matters. It's not just, I'm going to have these cleaners because that's what Jessica Alba is doing. You know what I mean?
Right.
You need these for
yeah.
different health reasons. I mean, after you deal with infertility, Christy, and all these hormone issues, which we won't tell Christy's big story today, but if you're interested in it, it's obviously in the book that just came out. It's all there. This plays a key role into everything. I guarantee if you
Part of
open
it, not
Christy's
the whole
cupboards,
story,
yeah.
but yeah.
If
I
you open
disagree is
Christy's,
the name of the book.
Thank
Yeah.
you. We'll put that in the comments too.
Just gonna say.
The book.
Gonna plug
But
it in.
I guarantee if you open Christy's cupboards right now, you won't find Comet.
Everybody who
and-
comes to our house, they want to go through our pantry, and they're like checking it out. I'm like, go ahead.
Well, your pantry is the size
Yeah.
of my bedroom.
The pantry,
Yeah.
I mean, it's
You kind of have
pretty.
to check it
it's
out.
Beautiful. Yeah.
So, but yeah, so I thought that was really interesting, and it's a lot of different things that cause. You wouldn't think that these chemicals cause issues. So we'd see everything across the board from eczema to asthma. That doesn't have to be that way. Just because it's common does not mean it's normal, as we say.
Absolutely. And I think the thing that is the key element is you're not always going to see an effect right away. So people
Immediately.
are using these,
Mhm.
they're like, oh, it smells good. Oh, it works. It's what I grew up using. That's fine, but look on the back and look at the dangers. Look at look them up on EWG. They actually list out. They give it a rating, and they'll list out why these ingredients are bad, what they're actually doing. Are they endocrine disruptors? Are they cancer causing? I mean,
Well, and I know at least in one of these that I was looking at, there's basically it's low acute toxicity, so that like the chlorine and ammonia smell, you get that right away. But this long tail stuff, it's not the chemicals themselves, it's what they're mixing with, and then it makes it into this readily absorbed carcinogen. So you think of all the cancer rates rising and rising and rising, and it's like, where's it coming from? Well, it's this long tail game of everything.
well, that's why they say that if you get diagnosed with cancer, you've had it for how many, you've been developing that for years.
We
and
just
then
got
it
a
finally
message on the brand page the other day. Actually, it was on one of the pages, and a lady said her hands were breaking out again, but she was having awesome progress with different things that she has going on. Actually, I think she's a patient of Green Bay. And she said she didn't bring up at her last appointment that her hands were having issues again, but she thinks it's because they switched the soap at work to hexachlorine or something like that. And I thought, man, paying all this money to do all this stuff, and if she's told at work you have to do this,
Can
whatever
she bring
that
her own
job might
soap in?
be.
We used to do
I don't
that
know. I didn't
for the
dig into
habits.
any of it. That was a patient story, but we see a lot of it, so it's super important. But I thought this was really interesting. A U.S. Geological Survey found that 69% of streams tested were found to have persistent detergent metabolites, which means that 70% of our world's water supply that was tested, which they could test all and I'm sure they'd find the same thing, there's reoccurring chemicals in that, which means they don't break down, they don't go away, and 66% of those contaminants found contained disinfectants.
Oh, don't get me started on this.
So now, yeah, we're going to go on a little soapbox about this, but now we're having all these immune system ideas. The immune system lives in the gut, and we know that serotonin and all these mental disorders they stem from the gut and an unhealthy gut, and all your healthy bacteria is getting destroyed by all these antibacterial soaps and hand sanitizers. So take out all the fact of the nasty chemicals in each of these, but the fact that they're killing all the good bacteria that your body needs to survive and thrive adds to more health issues.
And Doc just did an awesome quick tip just a few days ago on the immune system, and he kind of walks through all of that. Talks about germs. Are they really bad? Are they not bad? Talks about all the bacteria and stuff. So that's really cool if you want to learn more about the immune system and how it works.
So that's back to the germs, which that's our world is starting to take a shift.
Disinfectants, yeah.
The you know that germs are not bad for you. You don't want to walk around
Wipe
and have
them
a
all out.
sterilized house from head to toe.
Right, and you're seeing, people they want probiotics. They're understanding that they need to restore their gut, but what they're not realizing is you have bacteria on your skin. I mean, we talked about when we talked about skin, but it's a delicate ecosystem. This stuff you said, we're finding it in our ground, in our water.
66% of them. I mean,
So
that's into our food supply. That's into the gardens. That's into the. There's a reason we can't get enough of the beneficial bacteria, magnesium, etc., that we need, that we're supposed to be able to get from food. I love people that say, back in my grandparents' day, we didn't have anything as probiotics. Yeah, but 66% of your water wasn't contaminated with formaldehyde.
Right.
So, super important. But now let's get to the fun part. We talked about why it's bad. We talked about why they should avoid it. Now they want to know, what are we using? What are we using in our house? What are some of our favorite products? And then stay tuned at the end for our mom tip of the stress-free clean, right? And let us know where you're from. Nancy will take a peek at the comments here.
Yes, well,
let
let's
us
say
know
hi
what
to-
some of your favorite products are.
hi.
But we've brought a few of ours along and some money-saving tips to go with those. So I just wanted to touch on a couple of my favorite because they work awesome. I kind of go between Honest Company. I don't want to know what you two are doing.
Oh, I was gonna say hi to people, and then you kept talking, so I just waited. Hi, everyone.
I kept talking? No.
No. Stephanie, Mary, Sarah, Nicole, Jean. Hi, people.
Hi, people. These are some of my favorites. They don't sell this at my grocery store anymore, so I literally have to order it online. I've not found a wood cleaner. I loved Pledge back in the day.
The lemon,
Loved
the
it.
lemon
Lemon
one.
Pledge
Oh,
as a
lemon
kid.
pledge.
You might have loved to clean the bathroom, but I loved
I
Pledge.
hated that job. It's like it seemed to get dusted and the dust fell backward.
Were you
Never
using
went
Pledge?
away.
She'd rather be in the
We
toilet.
did. I was like, nope,
toilet
sorry,
brush.
not gonna do
was
it.
just gonna say,
Especially
she
in the
used the
toilet
brush.
and it's
She had a
clean.
toilet
So.
So this was one of my favorites. It's an actual wood cleaner, and I can spray it on my wood and feel like I'm using Pledge without killing my kids in my air. And then I found a stain remover that actually works. So shout.
Get out.
Yeah. Look it. I mean, you can tell. Honest.
It's almost gone.
That means it's working because it's almost empty.
Are you being honest?
I'm
can
being
use that
honest
much.
with you. It takes out stubborn
No,
stains.
no. Actually,
No, but-
the funny part is you could probably do that, and I would be fine.
You could open
Right?
up.
No.
Right? It's just
No,
like the
just
echinacea.
dog
It's fine.
food, the echinacea.
Yeah.
What's happening here? Why am I always
Yeah, let's
taste
see here.
testing everything?
If swallowed, drink water. Okay,
Yep.
well, I'm not going to swallow this anytime soon. But, anyways, Honest Company, which we should get kickback for the amount that we talk about Honest Company,
Honest is great. Oh, you have honest too.
has a monthly bundle. And you can order
Yes.
a couple of products.
I do the bundle just like she does.
I do.
'cause
I get the
used to do
diaper
the
bundle,
diapers,
and then
too.
I add the stuff to it.
But we don't need the diapers, so I still get all the.
Let me see one of those.
Kim, you use a lot of Honest.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
Honest
I
and
have
seventh
to say,
generation.
okay, so I go between a couple different things for the glass cleaner or whatever, but because for the most part, if you have whatchamacallit, the rags, you have them. There you go. I
yeah.
think I have one too. I don't necessarily.
So great for windows.
Well, I know you don't
Yeah.
necessarily.
You don't use a
need
cleaner.
anything.
So this
you
is
just
a
need
Norwex
water.
rag. It
Norwex,
has silver
yeah.
ingrained in it, which is
That is
antibacterial.
cool.
You get it wet, and you
And
wipe
you just
the window.
wipe it, and there's no streaks or anything. It's fabulous. It's awesome.
It's free once you buy the rag. I mean, unless you pay for your water.
Free after you buy
Everything
it.
is
Kind
free
of like
after
most
you
things.
the only time.
Everything is free after
Once you buy it.
It's free after
You
you
guys
buy
know
it.
what I was saying. Please back me up
Yes.
here in the comments.
Oh,
No-
so
no
the only
one's saying
time I
anything.
use the actual
They're
cleaner,
typing.
the glass
Norwex
cleaner
is
is
amazing.
the
Yes,
showers.
it is.
Sometimes they get kind of yucky after a while, so I just use the cleaner with it, and it's usually. But I mean, it's usually fine. But okay, this is so weird, but. So do you
How's
have
that one?
stainless? This is the floor cleaner. It's grapefruit. It's awesome. They
Mm.
used to have a different
I'm gonna
one,
smell that one, too.
different smell that was amazing, and
Didn't
they
we
changed the
tell
smell.
kids when they were
But I
little
do
not to
like this
sniff
one.
cleaners?
Can I smell that one?
Yeah, open it up. Go ahead. But the floor cleaner, this is a very strange and odd thing. I have to admit, we had a stainless steel fridge, and for the life of me, I could not get every single stainless steel cleaner.
all the-
It'd be you'd have fingerprints like right after. You could never get it clean, and it drove me crazy. And I'm
Including
like,
the brush stop,
what
no
is-
prints.
I know. I'm like, you know what I figured out? It all depends on.
That if you have a white fridge, you don't have to worry about that.
Very
Nope,
good,
not
good
anymore.
It is one of the perks, though.
But
So what's
the
the
floor
trick?
cleaner
Do you want to smell?
worked.
Ooh.
I sprayed the floor cleaner on it and just wiped with the grain, and it worked.
That's the
So-
thing with a lot of the natural products. It says
Hey.
floor cleaner. It says bathroom cleaner.
We
That's
just use it for
marketing gimmicks.
everything.
You can use it anywhere.
Do you dilute this?
Do I for the floor? No.
Yeah.
No.
Like when you spray it?
Mm-mm.
Do you want to smell?
No, I'm good, thanks.
Okay, because I haven't smelled Honest Company stuff before, but I have bought spray.
Do you
of
wanna
seventh
taste it?
generation. No, thanks. I would not like to taste it. Thank you.
It's good.
However, some of the seventh generation stuff does not smell very good.
There's
But-
an oregano
okay.
that's in it. That's
So
Yeah.
can I just say
Very
that I
tough.
agree
Do you want it
with
to
you?
smell good
There's
or do you want to live cancer free?
there's a
I
bathroom.
think I want both.
spray. Seventh generation bathroom spray is
Yeah,
horrible.
I agree.
Okay. So
What's
I
another
like that
BioClean.
BioClean. That
Love
has
BioClean.
good bacteria
This
in it. I like
one,
their dishwasher
It
detergent.
is
and people don't think about
What is the
dishwasher
smell?
Lavender.
detergent.
I never
But
thought
like
of
those
dishwasher
fumes
detergent.
coming out of
I was
it.
gonna say. I was gonna.
I never
Yeah,
thought of that.
lavender and lime.
Okay, so this is the bathroom spray. Awesome, love it.
Lavender
I
and
don't
lime.
use
Love
that
it.
one that she was talking about. The seventh
Get it in
because
some-
I agree.
Yeah,
it smells
it's just-
horrible.
I bought a 2-pack of them.
I don't
and
use
had to go
bathroom
through
spray
'em.
because my bathroom always smells like roses.
Oh gosh.
Please. Okay.
Okay, so again,
I know that's a
BioClean.
lie.
This is glass cleaner from BioClean.
smells
I-
good.
It's just
Is it?
I
Yeah.
bounce from different kinds just because sometimes
I
you
did
to buy
change up
this
the
online.
smells or whatever.
They sell it at Down to
buy it
Earth.
online? Oh, they
And Festival I think
Festival?
has some.
Oh,
of
wow.
those.
Another thing you may not have
So
thought
you
of
can't
is
smell
your
because it's
Swiffer
clean.
pads.
Oh,
So we
this
have a
smells
Swiffer,
good.
but we don't use the pads. Honest
No,
makes
we use
Swiffer
those.
pads.
The
So-
Honest Company one. Yeah.
You
We got a
gotta
bigger
check
floor now,
everything.
so can't
Yeah.
use it. It goes,
Yeah.
So you're like done in like 2 seconds. Okay. Can't
We don't. I have to hide them because my husband would use them every day, and they're expensive.
Husbands like clean. I mean, our husbands like cleaning.
Yes. Yes, they should have been on the show today.
I should have.
Except they don't talk.
I invited Brian. He says he never thought of dishwasher tabs either.
Do you know you can
Tansel,
make your
Ashley,
own?
Jen, Bobby.
Tangent.
I think my
Sorry.
sister-in-law does that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can make. So these are all the commercial, natural cleaners. Lots of options. I know people like to say they're expensive, and they are. They do cost more. I think you can use a little less, but you can make a ton of different homemade things.
Yes,
A ton.
Which
With-
are
With,
economical.
and one of the big things is vinegar. What does that cost, Christy?
Oh gosh. I don't know.
89
90
cents.
cents?
Oh, really?
89, not 90.
For the whole
Sounds way
thing.
better to say 89.
For this?
Yeah. Is
Oh,
that?
No, it's more than that for a big thing.
But what do you?
think it's like a
I don't-
dollar.
$2.89.
I'm lost.
$2.89.
So what do you do with it?
Tops, but I stopped
Vinegar
there.
and water.
Vinegar and water.
To do
1 to
what?
1 ratio. Vinegar to
Clean.
water, and then
Everything.
add
Everything.
and add
Everything?
essential
Yeah.
oil that you
Yeah,
want.
to kill the vinegar
Although
smell.
my
But it-
mother-in-law, this is what she does.
That's
So
pretty.
you know when you're like juicing different
You save
fruits
that.
or whatever. So 1 to 1, and then we save all the things, and it has a nice
You can
citrusy
use-
smell.
Excuse me, you can use essential oils. I know you
Yes.
use a lot of different essential oils.
We use a ton of them just for the smell factor because we can't
Yeah.
Because
have.
vinegar smells like feet, but it dissipates.
It does. It
It's
dries
only-
really fast.
Well, and you
White
said this,
faster
didn't you
than
say this one
not.
other time? Don't use apple cider vinegar, use white vinegar.
Use white vinegar, it dissipates a
Yes.
lot faster. So,
It
Christy,
does.
what is the one thing you found, which let everybody know so they don't go out and switch, that you can't use vinegar on? Straight vinegar,
I can't use something like this on our granite countertops.
which I would have never thought of.
So
Again,
actually,
we would
there's
say
no
no
vinegar on granite.
yeah, so then just don't
marble,
have granite countertops.
soapstone.
Natural stones, basically.
Yeah, natural stones, things that are porous. So So I used to use that in the other house.
Yeah.
I don't really use that much anymore. What I do love is this. It's Better Life. They have a few things that these are the bomb. These products. This is kind
Where
of
do you
like
get those at?
soap scrub. It like to scrub the kitchen and the tiles and
Scratch
stuff.
free
That stuff
shine.
is
Grime
amazing.
busting.
Naturally.
And this one, the granite and stone cleaner, I get it only online. They used to have it at Target and I think one other place, and they don't have it
Target
anymore.
would be a
So-
natural. Target's coming out with its own line, which could be why they're discontinuing some of the
that
other
could be.
products.
But this
but-
stuff, I'm telling you, okay, so I used to use the one, I don't know, it was the same brand as that, the wood cleaner. The
Seventh.
seventh
That's
generation.
seventh, yeah.
So they have one for, that's that brand, and we used to have a black granite countertop at the other house, and it would streak, and like it never looked like you just cleaned it. It would take forever to clean it. This stuff works, and it smells good, and we don't have to worry about streaks. So
Cool. So,
Non-toxic, it's better as a cleaner than a beverage. Don't drink. Well,
They're
That's
witty.
not-
I love
they
it.
are really
Super
witty
fun.
yachts.
So, but at the end of the day, obviously, it can be very expensive to switch over all your products. So,
Clean,
what
yeah.
you can do, honestly, to start, get rid of all your cleaners and start using a mix of vinegar and water. You can use essential oils, which, as we know, are also pricey. So, save your lemon, grapefruit, lime, you know, all your
Absolutely.
different rind
Yeah.
oranges, and put them in a mason jar with your 1-to-1 dilution.
great
But we'll
idea.
put it. We'll buy empty spray bottles. And I'll put one in the bathroom, one in the kitchen. Vinegar is disinfectant, so we use vinegar. I use it to use my floors. I've got white floors. It seriously makes them shine. There's no sticky residue, and it's cheap.
And I've tried it a few times, but borax, like if you want to scrub,
Okay.
that
The,
and
like,
baking
you know,
soda.
And
Yeah.
Arm &
Also
Hammer
baking
makes
soda.
Arm & Hammer
Baking
makes a
soda.
washing soda. We have a homemade. I should say I have a homemade laundry soap formula that's
Yep.
really cheap. We'll get that posted up on the Wellness Way and get that in the comments. But I do understand that it can be expensive. But I'll tell you what, I would rather you guys stick with vinegar and maybe not have the perfectly streak-free home than needing to spend.
coming in here in 10 years.
Yeah, come in here in
No,
10 years and
absolutely.
spend thousands of dollars. And if you are sick, obviously we're here and we may need to do some legit detoxing to get those products out. Just switching over, you know, is the first step, but that's not going to get that stuff out.
Or just do, well, I guess the vinegar thing is a great solution. I was going to say just swap it. Like when your window cleaner's gone, just replace that one with a good one.
Oh no,
you
throw
know?
it out. Don't wait
But
till it's gone.
don't.
Now that you know this information,
Yeah.
just throw it out.
Okay, got it.
Nancy goes home and throws out all her
I'm
cleaners.
out. Brian, I'll have to see what we have. I don't know.
No, but she's right. Swap it out, different
Yeah.
things. But it's important enough. You don't know what you don't know. So now that you do know it, now you can make those steps.
Actually, can I? Christy is wondering. Christy online, doesn't borax have its own nasty ingredients? That's what I've heard too. Like the kids want to do slime with borax, and it's like,
Well, I don't use
Slime
borax.
is the
I don't
devil.
know. I've seen it
Slime
on
is
lists.
the
I
devil
don't.
anyway.
Slime is the devil.
Not a fan.
It was on the list of natural ones
It
with
is.
the baking sodas.
okay.
So I don't know what the real deal
I
is. but
tend
have
to
to
use
do
the
your
baking
research.
soda
Yeah.
before I'll use anything like that. I know that, I don't know if your natural, when you make your laundry detergent, if it has
It
borax.
does not
in
have borax in
doesn't
it. It has the
so
Arm &
washing
Hammer
soda and
baking
washing
soap,
soda.
washing soda.
Yep.
Yep.
Some of them make it with that other thing, but yeah, we don't tend
That's
to
why I
use
like this one
borax
because
at
it just
all.
has the Arm & Hammer essential oils.
Hydrogen peroxide.
Yes.
Do you use?
All the time. I use
How do you
hydrogen
use it?
peroxide
Just
for
for
a ton
everything?
of things. Stains in the kids' clothes. So I'll take dish soap, obviously a good dish soap, but I'll mix just a tiny bit of hydrogen peroxide in there and it gets it out every time. It works for
Awesome.
everything.
Well, not cleaning related, but your swimming pool, the basis is
Hydrogen peroxide.
hydrogen peroxide.
What?
So,
Yep.
yeah.
Wow.
We used
No
to have
chlorine.
borax.
Yeah.
So no cleaning chemicals and
No,
everything.
it just
so
has hydrogen peroxide stuff that you
Wow.
put in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stuff.
You have to put it in. I'm not going to even act like I remember how often. I think you have to do it a little more often. Like you have to at least once a month for sure. I know that.
But it's probably more inexpensive
but-
than.
Oh yeah, and you come out
Right.
feeling super clean, and
Yeah,
your
it doesn't
eyes aren't
wreck
burning.
your-
You bubble.
And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you
You
don't
always say the
bubble a
bubble.
little
When
bit.
kids are in a pool
Yeah.
every single day
Yeah.
during the summer.
Yep.
It's
And
good for your skin.
Yep, very good.
Good.
So the last thing we're gonna end on, you guys are looking at me like I have some
What's
big
the
secret.
You said you have a secret.
Stress. We know how much stress moms are under, especially if you're sick. stress is the number one kicker for a lot of these things. And when I look
Depletes your
at what we
hormones.
pay to get rid of our stress, one of the big things for me was having a clean house. And about a year ago, and Kim, you do as well, Christy, I think somebody helps you as well. My number one secret to having a clean home and not have to stress about it is a cleaning lady. I know it's not that big of a secret, but it's fun. Seriously, when I look at the stress that it causes, we pay $130 a month to have our house cleaned. Now our house is about 1,800. It's about average, 1,800 square feet. But if you're struggling trying to figure out how to do it all, how to make homemade meals versus going out, if you spent your time making homemade meals, which is gonna let's take the average household who goes out 3 to 4 nights a week. Now that takes time to go out, and it takes
That's a lot.
money. A lot of money to eat out. So people say, I can't afford a cleaning lady. And I'm not saying that everybody can afford a cleaning lady, you can go out. But when you look at it, okay, so instead of going out and spending the money going out to eat, spend the time, because it's going to take more time to cook homemade. Spend the time cooking, saving money, not going out to eat, and instead get yourself a cleaning lady. People say, how do you make it work for you? That's real. There's your get real right there. Why do I have time to cook? Because I don't clean my own house. I haven't scrubbed a toilet by hand or with the brush
with a washcloth.
in over a year. And it's done wonders for my stress levels and finding time to be able to cook healthy meals and do other things, making homemade bug spray. I didn't have time for any of that when I was cleaning my bathrooms twice a week. So just looking at your different priority lists, that's something that has greatly helped me. Kim, you just started.
Yeah, I just started because of you.
Cleaning
But
ladies
seriously,
unite.
you know,
Yeah,
it's
right?
something funny.
Wait, did
it's,
she have your same
I'm
lady?
pretty sure it's a thing most women share, but like walking into my house and it was all done
Oh yeah.
was like the best feeling in the world.
Yeah.
I felt like I was, well, and the guys, Jason was making fun of me because I was going to clean and, you know, kind of tidy up for the
Before the
cleaning
Oh
lady.
yeah,
Cleaning
I
lady? I
need a
was gonna
cleaning
ask you
lady for
this.
before the
Yeah.
cleaning lady.
She was like, "Why are you doing that?" I was like, "Well, I'm just getting stuff out of the way." And so he thought it was amusing because I thought it was kind of maybe necessary to sweep a little or at least vacuum
Yeah.
once.
Right.
He's like, "She's coming tomorrow." So I let it go, obviously. She came in. I don't think it was
so
the worst
cool.
she's ever seen. You know, you feel like it's going to be the worst thing
Right.
she's ever seen. I didn't get that feeling at all. And when I came home that night, I was probably in the best mood I've been in a long time.
That's awesome.
Our cleaning
I
lady
love
uses a
this
lot of
idea.
Norwex, and then
Yep.
I provide
Oh,
the
okay.
cleaners.
Yeah.
So I put them all on a
You
shelf,
provide
and
the
I
cleaners.
say, "You're welcome to use." She uses a lot of Norwex rags and her mop and stuff. I said, use that all you want, and otherwise everything else is in the closet. And for the most part, use vinegar as much as you can because it's cheap.
That's one of my favorite gifts from my husband. He kind of figured
Vinegar?
this out a while ago. No, like he surprised me with it one year where he took the day off of work and stayed home and cleaned the entire house, like top to bottom, thoroughly everything. And I'm like, it's the best gift ever. Like, it's my favorite. So then I loved it so much he just kept doing it for
I feel like it's the little things
Friends,
for moms,
not-
right? The
yeah.
little things we don't have to do.
And I
But the
love
things
Well, and I
we don't think
it's
of.
not just cleaning too, because well, I mean, I know this is cleaning, laundry is cleaning, but doesn't she do like
She does
the
the bed
beds
sheets
and like
sheets.
all the windows and like
Yeah.
everything?
The
so some
spring
of the stuff
cleaning
that you
stuff,
might not do all the time.
Yeah, she comes in. You can train your cleaning lady, but
You
she
train
trained
your own.
me.
Train
How to
your
train your
lady.
cleaning lady. How to train your dragon. How to train your
Right,
New
same
movie.
thing.
Anyways, she'll come in and say, "Today I did all the light switches." And next week I did the bottom cabinets. The week after. So we do every
Love it.
2 weeks. It's plenty for us. I do have to wipe some
Floorboards.
counters
Yeah.
and stuff. We don't have inside pets. Might do it, But the other day we needed to sweep because the kids had stuff on the floor, and it was Wednesday night. Our cleaning lady comes every other Thursday, and I said, "You know what? Let's drop it. Don't sweep. There's no point. She's coming at 8 tomorrow morning, and let's go outside for 20 minutes and put our
Right.
feet in the grass."
And not feel like you
So-
have to be cleaning your house all the
Absolutely.
time.
So if you're watching this and you're trying to figure out how to fit it all in, there's
Mhm.
different things that you can move around, different things that you can do to find
You
something
can
like
budget
that.
in.
And it is
Ultimately-
way more affordable than I thought it was going to be.
It comes
Mhm.
down to priorities.
Yep.
That's what Doc always says.
Right,
You know,
that's true.
I want to spend time with you and the kids. I don't want you.
And
You
if
know,
you
stressing
like
about
cleaning
cleaning.
and you find great joy in cleaning,
Oh, absolutely.
absolutely, then
That's-
pay
yeah.
somebody to cut the lawn instead. But
Mhm.
there's different ways that you can fit in. Don't get a cleaning lady, save money that way, and buy more healthy pre-made foods. There's all different ways to fit it in, but it is important. And if you don't do it now, you're going to regret it later.
They're only the middle ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So-
exactly.
Awesome. Well, that's all I have on cleaning, unless you ladies have something. But next week we are going to do crunchy camping. Crunchy camping, and we're going to pull up some random things. We're not just going to talk about sunscreens and bug sprays and different things.
Can we eat
I
s'mores?
think we're going to have.
Table s'mores.
Would you like
Table
s'mores?
s'mores.
Wouldn't that be fun?
We have the stuff.
We
Yeah.
could.
Yeah.
We do have the stuff. Okay, we'll make live cooking demonstration next week, and we are going to have a doc. We're going to have a doc pop on and talk about limes, because that equates to camping a lot when we look at the amount of Lyme's disease, tick-borne illnesses, mosquitoes, squamitos, as my kids would say. So join us next week. Like I said, if you are watching, please let us know that you're watching live. If you're watching the replay, drop a note below that says replay. Let us know anything you want to see us talk about, and we'll see you next week.